Army engineers, this was an ideal and necessary location for a fort built right on top of this high ground here in September and October of 1861. In the months following the Battle of Bull Run or Manassas outside of Washington, D.C., the U.S. Army starts fortifying every single approach to Washington, really starting in Virginia, northern Virginia, around the Arlington House, and spreading all the way south towards Alexandria. We have the Virginia line, they call the Arlington defenses. And then on this side, we have what they call the northern defenses. We're in the country, the D.C. Maryland border. We're on high ground, as I mentioned before. I like to describe D.C. as kind of a bowl. On the bottom of the bowl is the capital, they call it Washington City, and on the rim is all the high ground around the capital that needs to be defended. So the U.S. Army will come in here, and they're going to start building fortifications. And the first fort that will be built on this site is called Fort Massachusetts, developed by Massachusetts troops right there, where the Emory Church is at. A relatively small-sized fort with about 9 artillery pieces, less than a 200-yard perimeter, and that fort will be built to protect that main artery into the nation's capital. So they called it the 7th Street Road or 7th Street Turnpike during this period. We call it Georgia Avenue. In 1864, the rebel army will be marching directly down that road. Hence why Fort Stevens is here. So you might have heard some about the defense of Washington. Think about fortifications. These are earthen fortifications built out of earth, basically dirt, reinforced with wood. You can see the revetment against the wall there. So these are temporary earthworks meant to protect the capital during this crisis, which is war. So the majority of these fortifications will be built on civilian property, including